I wanted to break away from traditional schooling in the sense that, like, this is what you do now because it is what you need to qualify for, you know, say college or this job, instead of actually preparing you for the workforce. I felt like kind of mitigating my anxiety over the future is really something important to do now to really understand what I want to do.
I've been around construction like my entire life. I've done a lot of it with my dad, remodeling, and I really want to go into architecture in college and as a career in my future, and I thought this would be a good program to attend. Designing and like making something of your own is very like intriguing to me, so I think it would be really fun to get into.
I've enjoyed like meeting new friends, and then like obviously like doing hair and learning new skills. Joining Skills USA definitely helped with that, being able to compete against other people and show off like my skills, I guess. I didn't really see like myself as an ambassador, but the teacher like picked us and saw me and Maeve like as student role models and wanted us to let people know about the program. It made me feel good. I mean, same with National Tech Honor Society, like I just got inducted, so it's just nice like having that feeling.
I don't know, I was just going through like a lot mentally and stuff, and then I came here and like people like took me in and like cared for me, you know, and like I don't know, it was like different. It was just like something I never really thought could like happen, and it just like changed me.
It's a better environment because there's less students, less stuff to worry about, like getting into trouble and stuff like that. I mean, pretty much all my grades are passing. The lowest I have is an 84, which is in social studies.
When I heard free college, I was like, I'm better off going here, doing it while I'm younger and getting it out the way for free than waiting all the way through high school and then paying for it. My mom was really happy that I wanted to go do something else, and so was my father. The people in the class are going for the same thing for me, so it's easier when you can talk to somebody about if you need help on it or something.
I've learned so much this year and last year. I appreciate this program so much. I'm so thankful for it because to get more experience is the best thing ever, because that's what colleges and places look for when you are becoming what you want to be. So like having as much experience as possible and as many internships as possible is going to be great.
When I started coming to BOCES, of course I met all my friends in here, and it just makes you feel like you just belong, because it's other people that are also interested in what you're doing, and I love it. I really do love it.
Baker helped me like school again. It like changed my perspective on like waking up in the morning and going to school. It's helped a lot. My grades have been improving, and I've like been engaging in the learning.
All my other brothers and sisters, they're all going for school, and you know, sometimes going to college for like some big master's degree always isn't like the best thing. When you do a trade, you get to get paid for it right away.
We have an athletic trainer by the name of Kyle, and I've really aspired to do the kind of thing that he does. He helps players on the sidelines. It's a great thing. You get to meet a lot of really good people, the players, it's really good energy. It's like having a secondary family. And as you get older, a lot of people tend to be less active. So I figure if I get into a career where I'm staying active, then I won't feel the desire to be a couch potato for the rest of my life.
My strength is building things. Go to college because that's what I want to do, so I can get my bachelor's degree to get my robotics engineer job that I wanted to do.
I feel like it's a lot easier, just less stressful when I have half of the day to do something I'm like really interested in, the other half that's just regular school.
I grew up baking and cooking a lot, so it was just included into my life as I grew up. Family that just cooks randomly, enjoying family time. They think it's a little weird. They'd rather have me be like a doctor, but they think it's a good career path, and they are very understanding of what I'm trying to do because they know I'm passionate about it and that I could succeed.
Once we saw it actually in action, and it wasn't just like, oh, you come here because you don't want to do school, you actually get to do what you want and learn everything you need to learn in your specific field. It's actually pretty cool. You actually learn so much more than just in your field. You actually get to take real things on a job. You get to learn professionalism, you get to do your cover letter, you get to do a portfolio. And this is obviously pertaining to my field, but you can apply it almost anywhere.
I couldn't really relax in class. I always moved. I don't know, I have ADHD, and it's just so much easier to focus in the school because there's less people.
I knew it was going to be different because I wasn't going to be with my friends or anything, like throughout the actual school day. But then once I knew I'd still play sports and everything for my home district, I was less worried about it, and I was more excited about the people and the teachers.
This is very academically challenging. Like, a lot of people walk into these programs expecting it to be like, I'm a weld all day, or I'm a tinker about with machines all day. It's not. It's hard, it takes time, and it's stressful, but it is worth it in the end.
I'm definitely going to stay here because I have so many more open opportunities, and they gave me a lot of very good opportunities because I failed the 1 year and they still let me go to BOCES because it's something I really wanted to do and I'm really interested in it. And they've seen that I'm not really a book smart kid, I'm more hands-on. So they said, you know what, you might as well go here because I think you'll do really good. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing really good there. So
coming to Hughes is just like changes your whole mindset on things because you could not like what you want to do when you're older. Like some people in here are already dropped the class because they're like, it's too much work and I don't want to do it, blah, 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 blah. But then there's some kids in here that are like, this is what I want to do, and they just put their mind to it. Everything you learn in such a short amount of time, but it really gives you an inside scoop of like, I really want to go through with all of this or not?
Come to school a lot more than I did last year, I know that for a fact. I mean, teachers care about you. I feel like I can graduate now.
I feel like it definitely says that P-Tech was a very big inspiration for me. And it really sparked my interest in math, and now I fall asleep to calculus lectures. I'm just obsessed with math. I'm like, ooh, there's a pattern here, there's a pattern there. This thing relates to that other topic. Whoa, math is so cool and connected. I like the patterns in it.
It's an awesome experience and opportunity. You get to run equipment, you get to meet new people, you get to get the experience, like seat time and all that. I mean, it's just good for a job in a year when you graduate.
Circle is better, help me get better at controlling my anger. I've been here for a while. I have OT, PT, counseling, all that, and that's helped me. OT, that's helped me get better at my handwriting. I've gained my teachers give me confidence about my handwriting now. PT, it's helped me learn how to move faster, stretch, whatever.
I love operating equipment, and I grew up doing it, and then all my buddies do it. And they've been to this program and grew up with older people, so they all recommended it. And man, I got the best teacher ever, so it's definitely better with both of them. And Mr. High, he's amazing. And what they've done for this program is amazing, and what this program offers is amazing. Running the equipment is the best thing about it. You can run the equipment, be in your own head all day, usually don't have to listen to anybody. So being in here with the guidance you have, it's amazing. There's nothing else like it. So
it's nice learning it before you get into a job somewhere and then realizing you don't know as much as you thought you did. Here you get a chance to figure things out and you have help while you're doing it. And my dad's always been pushing me towards getting into a hands-on trade, and this is a really good program to do it with.
My dad always told me, and I'll never forget this, he always told me, don't do something you hate. Always work at something you love, because then it'll make it easy to pay the bills. So my dad has always worked factories and stuff like that, and he's never really found a job that he loves. He's always done what he had to do to make a paycheck. And I admire him for that, but at the same time I would like to be able to do something that I love. And I love welding.
It really sounded right up my alley. It was a lot of stuff based around my interests, and it let me choose. It kind of answered all my questions because I had always thought, when do I get to choose what I want to learn? When do I get to streamline my own education? When do I get to put power into what I do? And as soon as P-Tech was showcased, and as soon as I shadowed here, I knew that this was where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do.